Alright, so what's up, y'all? Long time no see. Excuse my dingy white t-shirt. But alright, the votes took the poll on Instagram and Facebook as well. Votes came out for the video about college depression. So I may make the video about like dealing with fake friends. I may do that later on. Basically, I'm going to do this video in two segments. One half of the video is going to be focused or talking about rising college students. Right now you will be a senior in high school, so this is telling you information about it before you get here. And then the second segment is going to be about people who are already in college or currently in college and either have experienced, is experiencing, or is approaching depression. So yeah, let's just start with the high school seniors. So depression is real. It's very real. It may seem like a joke because so many people claim to like go through it and stuff like that, but it definitely is real. And I want y'all to know, as seniors in high school, that it does only get harder. So I ain't even gonna be boosy. It only gets worse, especially if you stay in school. You know, you just gotta find the little things in life that make everything better. So maybe joining a club at college or something like that. But yeah, when you get here, make friends and be cool with people. Try to hang around people. Try to not stand out, but like be in crowds that you wouldn't usually be in. That's just something you want to do to socialize and stuff like that. Boxing yourself out and stand by yourself is something that can easily put you right into the jaws of depression.
I would like to see it.
That shit will tear you apart. I don't know why it is like that, but just be aware that when you get here, you need to socialize, make friends, talk to people. Even if you go into the same college with your friends, stick close to your friends. You don't even have to meet no new people. As long as you socializing and actually getting out, participating and stuff like that, then you should be good. You ain't got nothing to worry about. So another thing, coming in from high school, college is not the same as high school.
Hell no.
Everything is different, literally everything. So you're gonna have to adjust for that. So by adjust, I mean, you know how in high school when you walk past people, you didn't really have to talk to nobody.
And I don't like any of you.
In college, it's the same way, but you gonna want to talk to people. You're gonna want to make friends because eventually you'll have like no friends or something like that, and you're just gonna be bored all the time. Ain't nobody trying to do with that. And then you end up being lonely, and loneliness leads to depression. To end this segment, I'm just gonna say, as a senior coming into college, be sociable. Make yourself available when you want to meet new friends and stuff like that. Go out, do all that, try all this stuff. Even if you don't like it, just try it, because it'll save you from, you know, like heartache and stuff like that. Don't just jump into relationships in college just because you are an adult now. It's not really worth it. That can also lead to depression. All I can say is socialize. So yeah, that concludes the first segment. The second segment is talking about people who are already in college with depression. So depression in college is super serious. Like, if you catch depression, I mean, speaking from experience, I was depressed in college for about probably 3 weeks. I didn't even know I was actually depressed. It was really weird. When you're depressed, you feel like, you don't necessarily feel like you're all alone. You just box yourself out because you think it's the right thing to do. I was depressed for a while for a certain reason. I'm not gonna get all into it, but I didn't realize I was depressed until I noticed that I was just sitting in the bed most of the time. Like, people ask me to come do stuff. I'm like, nah, I'm not with it. They're like, okay, cool. So then they keep asking me to do stuff, asking me to go places, and I'm just like, nah, I'm chilling in my bed. And then I realized some things wasn't right with how I was dealing with stuff, and I needed to talk to people. So if you do fall into depression, even if you don't got friends, you can get out of the hole yourself. So, like, I mean, I had friends to back me up and to listen to me and talk to me and stuff like that. I mean, I never said verbally, like, hey, I'm depressed and stuff like that. But even if you don't have friends, you can get yourself out of depression by, you know, I mean, just getting up and going outside every day or something like that. Just don't stay in the same spot. Don't do nothing that make you seem like you just don't want to be around people, even if you don't, because most of the time I just don't want to be around people.
Electric chair.
But yeah, depression is something real, and when you catch it or when it falls upon you, however you want to say it, it'll shock you because you won't realize it most of the time. But people around you will realize it, and they'll know, like, especially if they're good friends, they'll know that something's not right with you, so they're gonna start asking questions and shit, and that's gonna make it even more, I guess, that made it even more annoying for me when everybody was questioning me, asking was I cool and stuff like that. I was like, bro, like, leave me alone, I'm good, even though I knew I wasn't good. So, like I said, with the relationships thing, if you get in a relationship in college and it don't work out, it is not the end of the world. I promise it ain't. Like, it may feel like it in that moment, but I promise it is not the end of the world. You will grow, you move on, and the stuff that you went through make you a better person. And then it's actually true too, because I feel stronger now that I didn't went through all of that stuff. But it's just that in the time being, it feels like you in this deep hole that you can't climb out of yourself, and nobody's willing to help you. Even though you got your friends and stuff like that, it may feel like that. But all you gotta do, I'm not saying all you gotta do like it's just something easy, but you can just reach out to them and let them know, like, hey, I'm not doing too good. I mean, actually, no, not even that, because most of the time I don't like sharing my feelings with nobody, so I stay to myself. But, I mean, if you got somebody that you trust on campus or whatever, you can tell them how you feel about certain stuff. But then again, not everything deserves to be said. Some stuff you gonna have to fix internally, because depression can really ruin you from the inside out. So you'll start noticing a change on the inside because of something that happened or something like that. Even if it's something little, that you get all worked up over, just take a deep breath, breathe, and you gotta know that everything's gonna be okay. It's not the end of the world. And in that time, I definitely felt like it was the end of the world, and that it was nothing I could do to make the situation better. But actually talking to people about it, I talked to my friends about it, and it actually made me feel better. It took a huge burden off my shoulder. So if it's something that you can tell other people safely without them having to, worry, or without you having to worry, then I would definitely recommend talking to people, because people are good listeners, but only trusted people, because even here at Avila, they be like, they call it Avila hot, because everybody run their mouth, and everybody always talking stuff about everybody else behind their backs and stuff. So you don't usually want to get your business out, because if you do, then your business on the street, and you can't do nothing about it. So make sure you talk to the right people, even if it's somebody off campus, like an old friend or something like that from high school. Last thing I'm gonna say is depression will whoop your ass if you let it. I was sitting in that specific bed day in, day out, choked up, broke up, mad, sad, all this and all the above, not talking to nobody. People come knock on my doors and I get like real quiet, act like nobody there. I got out of it mostly because of prayer and because of my friends that trust me and got my back and stuff like that. So if you need to talk to somebody about your depression or something that's bothering you that make you feel like you got depressed, you can talk to me. What? You can talk to your friends or anything. I'm gonna trust this source, I believe. What? But yeah, just letting you know that depression is something serious, but I feel like it hit way harder in college. I had never been depressed before I got to college, and I was like, man, what is this feeling that I'm feeling? I'm just like sad and down, like it's raining outside and it's super sunny and stuff. So I don't know, it was just a weird feeling to be depressed like that. And we Gucci. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say about depression. Lastly, what I'm gonna say is, and this is speaking to anybody that's experiencing depression, you are a great person and you can do anything you set your mind to. If people are being toxic around you, stop talking to them. If situations are getting too hard for you to handle, you need to try to find a way to lighten the load. Like for me, that's going to God and praying and stuff like that. And I know not everybody's religious. So yeah, that's gonna be it for my depression video. That was kind of sad. That was really sad. But yeah, I hope this video helped people. realize that to avoid depression or to get out of depression, you need to socialize, look inside yourself, and if it's a situation that is contributing to depression, then fix the situation, bed the situation, do whatever you gotta do to make yourself feel better. I guess that's it. That's season 1, episode 2. I'm out.